change up my light when I get in here. Let me see how well you guys can see me. Okay, let's do it. Lighting isn't the best, but you can see me and I can see you. If someone's in here, pop in the chat. I totally want to talk to you. Let's get right to it. So, the title of this video is called Don't Fall for the Girlfriend Chat, for the Girlfriend Trap. And I really want to know if you have, I really want to know your perception on this, meaning like if you have this sort of like need to want to be, a wife, you have this need to want to be married, why is it that you want to start the relationship being a girlfriend? Like, do you look at this like, what is a girlfriend defined to you? I know that when most of us are being girlfriends, we sort of like, only talk to one person. We sort of only we like, meet their parents, we meet their mom, we become involved in their life in a non-permanent way. We become involved in their life when there's really no benefit. They could leave us tomorrow and it's no big deal. Not saying the same thing can't happen if you are married to someone, but it's a little less of a risk. So, as you're walking into wanting to be someone's girlfriend, I would say don't do it. I would say don't do this. And it's a trap. It's a setup. It's definitely a trap. It's definitely a setup. And as you are being this girlfriend, I mean, you're fulfilling all of these roles in someone's life where they're they're sort of like, you're maybe going to someone's house, you're maybe cooking and cleaning, you're maybe going to all the family events. Only subscribe to being someone's girlfriend if you just really want to have fun with someone or you just really want to have a good time for like 2 or 3 years. But if you are looking to be very serious and to have marriage with someone, I would say that there's no need to start off being a girlfriend. You can start off being courted, you can start off being courted, you can start off going on dates with them, but ultimately, I mean, what more does a person need to see? I think happy and healthy couples don't share enough of what makes relationships worth it. So single people complaining floods everything sometimes. Celine, I couldn't agree more. I definitely think there are a lot of single people complaining, but I think that if you want to be married, there is a strategic way to go about it. And I don't believe it's being someone's girlfriend. I believe that being someone's girlfriend, like that term should really only, like my grandmother used to use that term. Like she used to be like, oh, I'm going out with my girlfriends. Like that term is for like middle-aged women that are older, that are going out with their girlfriends. Someone labeling you a girlfriend, like it sort of in a way, what does it mean? What are the benefits? The benefits are maybe that what you get dates. I mean, you can be single and rotational date and get dates as well. And then you have more options. I feel like if someone wants you to be their girlfriend, you know, it's a lot that you are basically losing out on by being that person's girlfriend for 3 years. I mean, they have a chance to try everything with you and then to just sort of like be like, deuces, I'm gone. And who wants something like that to happen? I don't know why. I wish my lighting was a little bit better, but hey, there's nothing I could do about it. But yeah, so as we are talking about, not falling for the girlfriend trap, I want you to really be strategic on what kind of life do you want to live? Do you want to live a life where you are like, do you believe, like, I see most people are, I was talking to one of my clients and she said something like, I'm going to check with him and I'm going to see, like, in 2 years, what are his plans for marriage? Why do you need to give a person more than one January? I don't want to spend 2 Januaries with anyone. Like, what are we doing here? Let's get to the point of it. I mean, it's like when you're in college, you're going through school, you sort of know, like, I have to take this many courses, I have to take this many credits in order to be, receiving my degree, and I feel like you shouldn't let someone play with your life for 2 years, being on their timeline, being like a long term, oh, you received this ring, like being like a long term, whatever. I just feel like it makes no sense. If you talk about it, let's get to it, let's do it. I feel like in a way we are not requiring a lot from them when we say okay to certain things, when we say okay to just being in that sort of like lazy mode with them, like that girlfriend mode with them. As I talk about this, a lot comes up for me because, in Black culture, as I like to say, we're okay, being like a common law spouse. I mean, what's the benefit? What's the benefit to being someone's girlfriend for 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, 7 years, 3 years, 2 years? I mean, let's see. I've been a wife since June and I've already been reaping the benefits. you know, um I just think we have to think a little bit larger than just being someone's girlfriend. Celine, if you're still in, let's chat back and forth. Since you're here with me, thanks so much for commenting, and I'll pin this at the top. Um but yes, like really just being strategic about your life and taking your life really serious. I I want you to navigate your life in a very serious way. I want you to navigate your life not letting a person play with your time. I want you to navigate your life in a way where you feel worthy of being married. That's why I'm a coach, because I help people feel worthy, and I help get them results of getting them engaged or, married. One of my clients just got their marriage license yesterday. And, I'm a proud believer in the family unit. I'm a proud believer in, having a man and a woman, a masculine container in the home and a feminine container in a home. I think that it's very important. And as we navigate our lives, you have to take your life very serious. If you tell me you've been someone's girlfriend for 3 years, I notice that you're not taking your life that serious. What's holding you back? There's nothing new that you find out about a person in 2 years that you don't find out about them in the first year, the first couple of months you are together. Maybe there's things maybe you don't talk about, but there's things that you should know about this person. And nothing should change from 2 years to 3 years. There shouldn't be anything new that you're learning. And if you are learning new things, it's like in that first couple of months, you should have been a master observer. Be a master observer when you're first dating someone. Look at his conversation. Does he talk like a husband? Is he responsible? And like, what are you like? Are you emotionally intelligent? Or, are you worried about he's not texting you? Are you worried about, he's working too much? Are you worried about when he has free time? Because also those are things you need to rethink as well. You need to sort of like, backtrack and sort of, get clear on what you are expecting from someone. A lot of times we make up these like fake scenarios in our head of, you know, um, things won't work out, or, I can't be in a relationship because of this reason. But sometimes none of these things have even happened. None of these things have happened. So where are you getting, your fear-based mentality? Why are you going into relationships extremely fear-based? As you're navigating, you don't get a car and you're fear-based. You don't get a car and say, oh my God, I could crash it tomorrow. You get a car and say, I'm going here next week to show off my car. I'm going there next week to show off my car. I'm doing this in a couple weeks to show off my car. And, you have all of these things and you just sort of like, you're not fear-based, I think these girl talks can be a bit toxic sometimes. You hear what your friends say and feel bad if your story is different. Yeah, I mean, but you have to get serious, whose results do you want? Do you have a friend whose results that you want? I feel like there's a lot of money in keeping people single. There's a lot of money in having two households, there's a lot of money in having separate everything. Like that's a whole business, you know. I think there's a lot of money in keeping people separate. There's a lot of money in the culture of singleness, and they say that only 1 out of 4 Black women get married. This needs to be changed. And this is an easy change with the mindset. And with you leaving out your house, going to new places, being very strategic about, wanting to not be alone forever or just, deal with anything forever. Let's see here. I want to read your comment again. You hear what your friends say and feel bad if your story is different. Yeah. I mean, I remember being there and doing that. And I promise, like, the person whose results I wanted, like whose relationship I looked at and I was like, wow, like that is rich with femininity, that is rich with masculinity. Those people whose relationships I looked at, now my relationship looks similar. It's like tunnel vision, right? Like once you do recognize a relationship that is of interest to you, it's sort of like having tunnel vision about that relationship and being like, wow, how can I emulate this? I have a mentor, she's, a lot older. She's been married for a while. Her and her husband, they got married in 6 months. They've been married for like 25 years. When he was courting her, he always showed up at her door with like a gift, even if it was something small. And that's a man's way of communicating that he's a husband. Listen to a man's language. Like, is he communicating in a way where you're like, oh, responsible? Oop. Educated? Like, is this like, don't even waste your time. Like a lot of people, you guys kind of self-sabotage because when I'm coaching clients, I will see the people that, you guys are swiping on, and I'll sort of be like, guys, like, does this even feel like an energetic match? Or are you just solely choosing a person off of attractability? If anything, you should be the most attractive person in the relationship. You're the woman. Like stop getting so excited over a man's look. Stop being so attracted to someone based on their attractability, and more so be attracted to them based on responsibility. Because at the end of the day, you need someone that's going to provide you with a nest. Someone who's responsible. They have a home. They can provide you with a nest for you to nest in and be your feminine self in, and really just go from there. You hear what? Okay, yes, I read that one already. I don't know if anyone else has any comments, but I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I don't want you guys to go into relationships wanting to be a girlfriend. Go into relationships, rotational dating I'm not saying mate. I'm not saying have sex with a bunch of people, but I'm saying like go into relationships, rotational dating, and may the best man win. May the best man win. You know, and that's all I can say. I have links below, my Cash App, my PayPal, my coaching is below. If you guys have any questions, anything that resonates with you, I want you to, hit one of those buttons or follow me on Instagram or Facebook. My Facebook is also down below. But before I leave, I'm just going to leave you guys with a little meditation, and I want you to hold an energetic match. Hold an energetic match to you meeting the person that you're supposed to meet. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to swipe right on the right person, or to be sitting in the bar and meet the correct person, and you're just kind of you kind of feel that knowing when you meet him. What does that feel like? For me, it feels like, holy F, I think I just met him. What does that feel like for you? Because to me, it feels amazing. And I feel worthy. Okay? So I want you to hold an energetic match to what you want. All right, guys. I'm going to peace out. Love you guys. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys.